Hello and welcome to my PGA2K23 golf course called Sunny Island, which I think is quite nice, and as most people have never heard of it, I thought I'd play around and you can have a look at it and see what you think. But quick bit of housekeeping first, because if you're one of my Explain viewers wondering why I'm playing golf, see the last video I posted and that will tell you about it. But if you are here because it said PGA2K23 in the video title, you probably don't know who I am. So hello, my name's Darren, but I answer to Daz, Dazza, Baldy, whatever you want really. And if you did have a look at my YouTube channel, you'll find a lot of videos about the Explain Flight Simulator. And that's because I've been making freeware airport scenery for Explain for a few years and thoroughly enjoying that. And then a few weeks ago I got a copy of PGA 2K23 and found there was a course designer in there. So as I enjoy creating stuff, I've been playing around with that, and this is the result so far. To be honest, I've actually made two courses. The first was called Balancing Rock, and it's okay, nothing too special really. You might like it, it's certainly not terrible, but for me I managed to learn a few things about the designer and techniques of how to use it while I was doing that first Balancing Rock course, and then put them into practice for this second course, which I think is much better. And for a second attempt I'm happy enough with it, so I thought I'd show you around in this video and let you know a couple of little bits and pieces of info that you might find useful, as this next hole does have one. Get in there. It's not about missing this tree on the corner, that's fairly obvious. It's actually the second shot, as it's a par 5, but I'm sure nearly everybody's going to be able to get there in 2. And the thing is, if you can come in... Well, the green looks very big and easy, but trust me, it's not. If you can come in on that front right-hand corner part and then stop the ball before you get to the flag, brilliant. If you come in on the left-hand part of the green, you're going in the bunker. And you come down anywhere in the middle here, as I'm doing, this is going to run for a long, long way. Going to keep going and going and going. There's slopes here that mean you're going to need a taxi to go and get to your ball. They say the putter meter is actually on 100%, but don't worry about that. I mean, you could use a lob wedge and try and chip it back, but you can just about put it back. No, that wasn't too bad. So yeah, if you looked just at a picture of it, it's a very big and easy green, but in reality it's the green that you should be most scared of on this course. I'm going to hit a building, aren't I? Where's that going? Okay, that's not too bad, I suppose. I do need more practice. I haven't had the game that long. I'm sure I'll get better. But yeah, with the last green, maybe it might be different to you if you've got better equipment. Maybe you'd attack it slightly differently. I don't know, but that's a sort of personal choice. We all enjoy the game in our own way, don't we? Thing is, for me, I've got fairly basic equipment, because I remember I had a golf game years ago that was similar in that you played rounds and then you got upgrades to your stuff, and I used to play that quite a bit. And eventually one day I drove a ball 400 yards and suddenly thought, this isn't golf anymore, or it's not the golf I play. So when I got this PGA game, I equipped the first few upgrades I got, which don't do much anyway. But then I remembered this old game, and decided I'm not going to use any more of the equipment upgrades that I might get. That way, I mean, okay, my sim golfer does hit the ball further than I do, especially with the irons, but it is something similar to how I can play in real life. There's some great shots, some bad ones, might make a complete mess of one or two. That happens in real life, and it happens to me in this game too, and I quite like that. But as I said, if you like upgrades and have lots of them, then that's great. If that's what you enjoy, it could be interesting, as it might then give you options to play this course a little different to me. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, just over to the left, please note the large meteor crater, which I've decided to call that, and the visitor centre just at the side of it. I wanted to put something down there just to make it a bit more visually interesting, so yeah, that's a reasonable idea. We'll have a big meteor crater. Then the green used to be fairly normal and on a flat bit of land, but I thought if we've got one big meteor crater, why don't we put the green in a smaller meteor crater? Don't worry about it, it just operates as a normal green, no problem with that, it's just stuck down here. I mean, if you are familiar with any of my X-Plane stuff, you'll know I don't always take things entirely seriously, and that's probably going to be a feature of anything that I make for the golf game as well. Right, here, two options. Bigger area to land on the left, very thin area to land on the right. If you've got better equipment, you may be able to overpower this, and what I'm going to say won't apply. But for me, if I go for the easy area on the left, I can't get to the green in two. And the fact that I've found the rough, I'm not going to get to the green in two from over here either. So, and we're down in this hollow, which is just where I didn't want to be. Never mind, let's try and hack it out and see what happens. And hopefully, what's that going to go? Don't go too far right from that flag. Just about stopped in time. Yeah, you might have noticed there's a bit of a slope down to a step, and then that actually takes you down to what is the 18th green. Right, back nine then, and we'll set out on the other side of the island, where we'll follow this road for 2 holes. Although the fairway would have been better, didn't want to get that close to the road. My apologies to the greenkeeper for all that totally wasted effort in mowing a large area of land that I then am going to completely ignore and drive into the thin strip of rough instead. Although actually I'm now just thinking that's a miracle I didn't go in that bunker. I mean, obviously I've played this hole quite a few times playtesting it, and I nearly always end up in that bunker. Right, this one you need to be fairly accurate and reach the corner, which I'm not going to do at all today, am I? That's terrible. And I'm going to hit a tree. Great. Yeah. If you did get to that corner, it opens up a nice view into the green. You won't have any trees or anything in the way. But never mind, we'll just have to hack our way on, and that will do. I don't know who put all those trees in there, but oh, that would be me, wouldn't it? It's trying to make things aesthetically a bit more beautiful to look at. Things like that caravan there with some rubbish bags and a cone, and it's kind of a bit of a feature of my X-Plane airport scenery, where I like to add an amount of stuff that just made it look nice. It was aesthetically interesting. And in the same kind of way, I've seen things with user-created golf courses that I've tried. There's quite a few that just... they're a tee, a fairway and a green, and there's lots of very bland open areas, nothing there. It's not visually very interesting, and that's not something that I really want in any course that I make. You might not always notice the little patches of grass and bushes and things that I've put in there, but there's quite a few bits and pieces that I would put into an airport and now into a golf course that they're there for a reason. You might not notice them, you may never actually look at them, but you'd kind of notice that there wasn't something there if I hadn't done that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, playtesting... I've never been anywhere near this flag. Yeah, best of luck with if you can ever make it. Right then, this next one. No, actually here, like, there's a rubbish bag up by the fence. Just a stupid little thing there for no reason, but visually just adds a little something. Adds a little something to what is an airport. But don't worry if you hook one onto the runway, because that's not actually out of bounds. When we get to the next hole, the apron area of the airport, that is out of bounds, so you're going to have to worry about it there. But yeah, happy with that one. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it with this hole and coming up the par 5. Right, if you've got better equipment, I think you could probably get to that green in one, don't you? If you can't, it is out of bounds on that apron. Bear that in mind. But I can't get there, so I'm going to have to play it the other way, which is a layup to the corner. It does slope down towards that patch of rough. Nope, just about okay. Although even if you did go into that patch of rough, just add a club and it's no problem. It's a very big and easy green to hit. I think wherever you manage to land with your tee shot, you should be able to get onto there in 2. And let's have a nice little birdie, shall we? Okay, said that for a joke. Quite happy with that. Right then. This is the final par 3. And again, as I said, all these little bushes and areas of rough and everything around here. Yeah, it's all there for a reason, just makes it visually a little bit more interesting. And hopefully makes the golf course a bit better. Right then, personally I always try and slice my way past those trees. Didn't hit it very well and we're going into the bunker anyway, aren't we? Yeah, you can try and draw a ball round there, but that's actually much harder to do. But I know some people just have the mentality of draw ball, good, must draw ball, and don't really think about what they're doing. But yeah, if you can fade one, well, actually it's more of a big slice that you need round there. That's actually the better way to play that hole. And trust me, I've tried both many times. Yeah. Yes, that's 17, and for the final hole, our first mission is to not hit the house. So we'll call that a success. Then bigger hitters, you may be able to get more round the corner and think you can go for the green in 2. You probably can't, but trust me, don't anyway. Just have fun. Play it the way it should be played. As you'll see here, there's a huge hole in the ground, which is out of bounds. There's water at the bottom of it as well, so you don't want to be in there. If you lay up just short of the fence, you'll see a final non-putter shot, hopefully. Drop a couple of clubs from what it recommends and try and miss the car park. Yeah, just. Yeah, fun little shot. Although actually, I must admit, hitting a car, there is a lovely sound effect. I do quite like the sound of a ball hitting a car. That's something PGA2K23 has done very well. Go in. Yeah. Right, so that's my golf course, Sunny Island. I've uploaded it. So yeah, you can play it in game. So yeah, have a go if you like the look of it, and see what you think. Okay then, thanks for watching. Bye.